Well, good day. Ira Epstein, and here we are with your metal market wrap-up for Monday. It is July 24th, 2023, 6:20 p.m. Central Time. And yes, I'm back in Chicago, had a great trip, was in Polson, Montana, which is about 65, 70 miles outside of Missoula. And Missoula is a big city in Montana. It's where the university is. But fabulous, if you will, there. How gorgeous it is, but they're out of help. Everywhere I'm looking. If you go into Missoula, you got 4 higher signs everywhere. Come on. Polson, same thing. I'll go into some of this in more detail in the financial market wrap-up. That's where that belongs. Now, as you know, we have a big week ahead of us with central banks. We have the Federal Reserve on Wednesday. We have the European Central Bank on Thursday. And we have the Bank of Japan on Friday. Then I think it's next week, we get the Bank of England. I'll check the date, but I know it's in August. So it's right around the corner there. So what do I expect? Well, I think that at a minimum, the Fed, the European central banks will go 25 basis points. I think that you're looking at 25 to 50 out of the Bank of England, and nobody knows what the Bank of Japan's going to do. They're not scheduled, at least the analysts don't think they're going to raise rates at all just yet. But the question is, do they tweak their monetary policy? In the time I was gone, energy prices took off, in part because of what's going on in terms of demand. It's better. The recession, if there is one, and the word is if, people are throwing in the towel. Mike Wilson, the famed analyst for one of the major banks, threw in the towel today. And now he's saying maybe the S&P will end up at 3,900 this year, 42 next. He's still calling for the downside on that. As you know, you're a lot higher than that. If you look in here at 45.85, he's only looking for about 600 points lower. I'm not sure he'll get that either. But he's got, if you think about it, 5 months left? So we'll see how he does. In looking at the metal markets, again, the headwind of the high interest rates that were supporting the dollar was the headwind. Now high interest rates are becoming a thing of the past for the back end of the curve yield. Now, we're still out in the 210s to about 100 points. So it's not to the point yet where this is over. But the market's anticipating. And as such, it drew the gold market back up. Now, I'm looking at Dees Gold here. I have swung gears already. Am I early? For sure. The volume is still in the August bigger than the December, but the open interest has moved. And because I'm looking for opportunities, I might as well talk to you about a contract you can buy versus one if you buy, say, August. Well, you know, first delivery day is right at the beginning of the month. Oh, maybe you get a delivery and you'd blame me for doing something. First of all, I don't tell you to buy or sell, but I can just imagine what it would be. You've got to swing your gears into natural gas. I've moved from the August to the SEP. Very shortly, we're going to switch out of the July Bitcoin. Got to come out of there. And you're going to have to leave the September Brent and make your move very quickly over to the next contract. So everything is happening now. I'll do them in stages for you. When we look at the gold market, one of the things, if you'll recall, that I was saying is the market was rallying. Remember, I wasn't here last week. So I left right in that week, right there. And I thought, well, if it rallies from here, maybe you can get up to, and the word is maybe you can get up to the 18-day average of closes. I didn't do an update over the past weekend for the weekly subscribers. I'm entitled to take a little time off. And what you did is you had what we'll call a kiss. You went up there, you didn't quite hit it, you pulled back. Okay, I get it. Still respecting the resistance of that. When we look at a Dees Gold and a bar chart, you see that the market is correcting at this point. You got as high as 2020, 60. Is that 2020? No, 2028.60. And you have since backed off into the 1993 level. Okay, but what you really ran into was in green, the 100-day moving average. This is the 18, and the 200 is right here. Combine it with the Bollinger Bands, and you see the resistance that's shaped up between the two. We had this identical thing in the August. Did it here, and now the market's coming down. I am looking for major support to set in the 18-day average of close area at 1987.70. If you take a look, momentum is turned down, and what it's doing in the process, it's getting out of being overbought. I view that in the slow stochastic reading, any number over 70 is overbought. Now, my numbers are going to be different than yours. I have a special formula. If you want the formula, go to our website, iraepstein.com. Under the Client Center, you'll see TradingView is one of the places you can put that in, or you can get our charting software and work with it. It's got it. So we have a suite of indicators for TradingView. If you use that, a lot of you do. Again, our website, iraepstein.com. Go to the very top right. You'll see Client Resources. Go in there, look at charting, and you'll be able to sign up right there for it. And if you take a look how the market is just swinging down, interesting. All right. If we look at August gold, I'll finish up for a couple of days with August gold versus July silver. It's still the right spread. You got a bounce, which means silver lost to the gold market. You see that right through here. But it too, it failed at the upper Bollinger Band. It was embedded. What does embedding mean? It means that the red and the blue are going sideways over 80, at least 3 sessions or more. And you did that. When you lose it, it's often a sign you're going to make a run down, if it was a bullish reading, to the closest main moving average. Well, in this case, you've got a choice, the 18 and the 100. They're so close, but we'll call it the 2412 area. That is the overall target. A combination of things can happen. Price can move up a bit in the averages, and the averages can move up a bit and price can drop down. They often come together. Does it always work? Nothing in life always works, but death and taxes that I know of. But you got higher highs, lower lows. I think it's going to happen there. In the copper market, we keep breaking down into major support at the 18-day average because people have their fingers crossed that China's willing to do something to save its property market. If they do, because they consume half the world's copper, people are saying, well, there's the bazooka, that'll get the copper going. Each time you come up, the combination again of the 100-day average in green, the Bollinger Band, the way I teach charting, and by the way, you can go to our website again, iraepstein.com, go into education and take a look at my charting course there. You will learn how to work with this. Lower highs, lower lows, still in a bearish phase, but it held the 18-day average, so the bias is up. The chart's just doing this, wobbling back and forth. In the platinum market, you were overbought. You're correcting an overbought condition. You might want to drop down here. It tried to get through the upper Bollinger Band, failed miserably. If you'll recall, I was telling you why I thought this decline was happening with cars, what was going to happen with less and less and less catalytic converters for both diesel and gasoline engines. We trade the platinum more than we do the palladium because it's got the volume and open interest. That's really the reason. And as I see it, you could correct to the 18-day average to try to figure out what to do. It is not a buy as I see it under any circumstance while it remains overbought. In the dollar index, I view this as a short covering rally. When you have an embedded reading, the red and the blue, under 20, and it eventually gets lost, the market often makes a run to the closest main moving average. In this case, it's clear as can be. It's the red line, the 18-day average, not the 100 or the 200. So that's not hard to figure out. Now, I reinforce all of this for you every morning. In case you don't know the schedule, at 5:15 in the morning Central Time, I'm recording a video for our subscribers on 40 futures markets. In that, I'm able to say, buy here, sell there, do this, do that. Here's the stop. Here's how you come out on a momentum play. What do you do? Where do you do it from? It's exactly what I do and where it's all done from. The next thing that happens is I'll talk daily and weekly charts. I'll talk to you about the day's fundamentals, what's coming up, and give you a picture and a horizon as to what I'm saying. Will I be right? Yes. Will I be wrong? Yes. You're going to see me right and wrong. Nobody walks on water. There are no traders that are always right that I know of. I'm sure there's somebody out on the internet telling you they're the one. I see them post on my YouTube page all the time. If you follow Mary or John, just makes me $32,000 a week. If that were the case, why is he advertising on my site? You make $32,000, you got $100,000 a month. Let's take that money and we'll plow everything. We'll keep doubling and doubling. You're done. If you can do it, great. He didn't tell you how much he has to put up to do it, but it's always a low number. It's always, if you give me 10,000, 15, I've seen these, and I'll call them scams. I want to call them what they are. If you fall for them, shame on you. It's that simple. Shame on you. That means you're greedy and falling for that. These people deserve to be honestly put in jail, all of them. All right. We, the honest people, just give you our best and give it a try, and we throw massive amounts of effort, time, information at you. Can't be any clearer. So how do you get this information? My morning ETFs, my futures, and so on? It's simple. Number one, if you want a free trial, we're willing to do that. Is that fair enough? No credit card, don't ask you. Want to sign up for it on your own? Well, just go to our website. You can go to the free offer site on one side. You can go under the word research on the other. You decide which one you want. I can't be clearer than that. I'll stand behind what I do daily. I'm Ira Epstein. You have yourself a great day. It's good to be back. I am refreshed. I'll see you first thing in the morning, and I'll finish up, of course, tonight with all the other videos that I do. Take care now.